Hey good man, here with another authentic talk note. One of the guys was talking in group this past week that he found that playing a board game was far easier than it had ever been. That's kind of an interesting concept. So we were like, what do you mean by that? And he said, well, I'm a pretty serious board game player, I guess. And he just said, I used to be so wound up when I played these games. I had to play exactly by the rules. I'd be calling other people out when they weren't. And he's like, heaven forbid anybody ever cheated. It would be game on. He said, and then I went into the AMG process and I started realizing that that's kind of how I treated my life. I was treating my life like there was a bunch of rules. There was a bunch of things that I had to follow and we had to play exactly right. And I couldn't lose. There was no way I would have let myself lose. And he found that by going through the AMG process here, finding that everything doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to be exactly right, and we don't have to play by the exact rules. He said it freed him up to learn more about himself. He's been able to explore new things about himself that he usually would have blocked off and said, no, that's just not the right way to handle that. So, I guess my call to authenticity today for you is, how are you playing the life's board game? And that's kind of what he said. He's like, I'm realizing that everything I was doing in life, it kind of transferred into all the experiences I was having. So, look at your life and see, am I looking to be exactly right? Do I feel like I have to know the rules, I have to follow the rules, and I have to be right, and when other people are wrong, I've got to make sure and get them in line? Because let's face it, if we get into that mentality, it's going to be very difficult to enjoy ourselves. It's going to be difficult to enjoy downtime. It's going to be difficult to enjoy our relationships, our careers, anything like that. And I would bet there's going to be very little creativity coming out of that mindset. So, call to authenticity, be aware of that, and maybe let's look at a different approach to life and how we can maybe not look to be right all the time. Let's look for relationships with ourselves and others. As far as the circle of relationships goes, this would apply to, I would say the 1 through 4s the most. It's going to apply to ourself, how we view ourselves, what is our negative self-talk, are we beating ourselves up, and then that obviously will have a trickle effect on our essential relationships. As far as the SPIES go, or the holistic health goes, that's definitely going to relate to our emotional well-being and definitely our social well-being. I'm not going to lie to you, I probably wouldn't have enjoyed playing board games with this guy. So, anyways, that's your authentic talk note for today. I look forward to talking to you on the private Facebook page. As always, check out our extended material. So we've got extended podcasts, we've got Cliff Notes coming your way where we cover some of the great books and give it to you in an audio and a book synopsis form. And then also we've got a course, which is basically just assessments over the circle of relationships and SPIES. Just kind of see how you're doing, check in, and maybe there's some relationships to focus in on. So, all right, man, I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you next time.